What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy, Lonzo Starr. We are back with another Konkret Approved. And today we're diving a little bit outside of the comic book realm. Um, we're going into the film realm today, y'all. Welcome, the director, the creator, the CEO, founder of Open Gate Studios, my man Jonathan Armour. How you doing, bro?
Appreciate it, Alonzo. Man, doing good, bro. How are you?
You know, man, can't call it. About to throw a little background music on here real quick. You know what I mean? While we rock a little bit. Get it right. Well, if it's acting stank, we ain't gonna do that. But yeah, no. Besides that, no, everything's been straight, man. Everything's been good. I'm really excited to let people know who you are, your story,
Yeah.
How you got into this, because a lot of people don't know, like, film is a whole nother animal. Just directing, script writing, it's a whole nother beast that I have a extreme appreciation for because I understand the process. Like,
right,
coming from shooting music videos, just me shooting music videos, I know how in-depth filming is. It's so much more than what you think.
Exactly.
One video,
a 3-minute video,
a 3-minute video can take you
all day,
a couple of days to do. If you miss your sunlight, you miss this, weather, sound ain't right. Sound, sometimes you're recording the whole session and you don't know that none of the volume was recorded. You know what I mean? I know it all, man. So while we dive into that, man, I wanted to I'm gonna dive into this first question and then we're gonna play something, for the people to see, like, you're kind of that guy, you know what I mean? So this is the first question that we got for you today, man. Who are you and how did you get into film?
All right. Well, from that amazing introduction given from our brilliant CEO, Konkret Comments, Lonzo, I am Jonathan Armour, Open Gate Studios, film director, editor, producer, writer extraordinaire. Okay. So, but how did I get into film and why and things of that nature? It didn't start off making films. I don't think anyone really starts off just right within that realm of doing it. It actually started with me doing weddings. And if you see me now, if you follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you'll see I'm still doing weddings because this was what was presented to me from the beginning or whatnot. And there's one thing that I always learned or whatnot. You never shy away from your gifts. Okay. So while I always continue to do weddings, even on beyond once we get to where who knows what our final destination is, quite possibly. It may not be me, but someone within the company will still be doing weddings because that was our natural given gift, our talent. So you never run away from stuff like that, like I said. But yes, it was filming weddings. And from weddings, I was able to accumulate certain funds and stuff like that and really figure out what it was that I ultimately wanted to do. And going along that path, I found that I like to do acting as well. So I said, you know what? Let's try and put like a film reel together. And what a film reel is for actors and stuff is to showcase different genres, whether it's action, comedy, horror, you name it or whatever. We put all these genres together, little 5-minute kind of clips and stuff. Well, not 5-minute clips, 5-minute short films and whatnot to showcase the range that I had. But doing each one of those projects, I was directing it too. And I think I fell in love with the aspect of directing versus being in front of the camera because it's a different ballgame when you're directing and constructing the whole project as a whole. I learned that for me, being behind the camera, I'm able to showcase the actors, the actresses in a whole different light versus me being in front of it or whatnot. My cinematographers may not be able to capture it the way that I really want it to be told or whatever. It's a different ballgame. So for me, my whole plan going forward and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? I think I know what I want to do. Everything happens for a reason, and this is my door to go through or this is my path to go through because as you know, there's multiple doors to go through so that you can reach your final destination and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Directing, here we go. And from there, it's been on the pedal, man. I mean, that's all I can say. Everybody's been, now it's booming. I mean, I've been in the game since 2012, bro. And as they say, it takes 10 years for you to really start seeing the true progression of whether it's clientele, which is booming now or whatnot. As you know, told you I got a commercial I got to do right after this or whatnot for dentist office and stuff. But it's always something or whatever. But it took time to get.
That's fire, man. Now,
Yeah.
when did the initial, what was the initial age that you started wanting to be like in behind the camera or just being on camera? Like, how early did this manifest for you?
You know what? Being in front of the camera, I was probably early to mid 20s, man. You know, as men, we don't really figure it out or start taking off until like we hit that
Yeah,
30 year age or whatnot. Then it's like, during our 20s, we're kind of figuring it out. And if I can tell like the next generation or whatever, the younger generation, if you can figure it out, the earlier the better, man. The earlier the better. But during those 20s, it's just kind of like you feel like you got nothing but time. So you're just trying to see, well, what do I like? Do I like this? I like that, So, but yeah, it was mid 20s, man. Mid 20s.
mid 20s. So
Mid 20s.
before, were you like in plays and stuff like that in high school and stuff like that?
I was, but I didn't like it. I did it because I had to go to the school. Now, I went to performing arts school. So I got accepted to the magnet program for acting. So a lot of the focus that I have right now is thanks to them. I'll tell you that much. All right. They disciplined us very, very well. Where it's like, hey, look, it's nothing but focus. You need to be all in it when you're on stage or whatnot. No breaking character, all that jazz or whatever. And I take that same mindset, when I'm on set. There's no games. I mean, we play around. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be a hard ass, but it's like my girlfriend to tell me, she's like, no, he's serious. Like it's nothing but work. It's work.
Yeah.
It's work.
Oh no, it's all work. It's all work. I'm the same way when it comes to doing a Comic-Con or when I'm in the music studio doing what I do. Like, yeah, we can joke and have a little good time, but at the end, ultimate goal, I'm here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Time is money, right?
Exactly. And it sure is with us.
Time is money.
Every set. It's about an hour. Come on now. Hey.
All right, man. When I asked you about the plays, it made me think of something because when I was in like second and third grade, I was always in the plays, right? But the teachers always made me be the narrator. I was like the voice talking over the John, and I used to hate it back in the day. I never knew why they would. I didn't know why. Like I thought, like maybe they thought I was a trash actor or something.
No,
but I didn't know till I was older that it's probably just the way I talk. You know what I'm saying? But but I used to never know. I used to be like, I want to be on the stage. I want to be acting. I want to be doing that. Like, nope, you're gonna be the narrator.
You'll be the narrator.
And I didn't understand it back then. When I used to really think they was trying to play me. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But now I think about it. If you think about it now, you being the narrator, do you think that was more aligned to what it is that you do now? Narrating the stories that you're creating for the audience so that they stay on track to understand and creating this world for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel that. I feel like it has a double meaning, man. Because I used to have a stutter, speaking stutter and stuff like that. But so being forced to be a narrator was like a huge fear for me. That was like because you just want me to just talk, and I didn't want to talk. I'd rather hold a prop or something.
No.
So everything in life forced me to do the stuff I hated to now do what I do now. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, you come with ease now.
So it's like, I was being forced to do these things, which it turned out to be fire, man. And that kind of leads me into my next question for you too, man.
Let's go.
Who or what are your inspirations?
As you can see behind me, there's a lot of anime, specifically one Dragon Ball Z. Okay.
Right.
If you even look at my project Sisters, you can see that project is heavily inspired by Dragon Ball Z, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, if you want. Somebody even said something with Mortal Kombat and whatnot. I was like, really? I don't know about that. But okay, cool. But my inspiration, it has always been it's been with Dragon Ball Z. I think it's really just the life lessons that I hear from the main two characters, whether it's Vegeta or Goku, and that's just for me. Everybody's different. but their whole MO of always wanting to strive to get to the next level. And I tell my mom this all the time or whatever. She always be like, you need to slow down, you need to rest, you need to do this and stuff. And I know we just told you, I just came off from being on the cold and all this other stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
My girl, she'll tell you, you got to take your rest. And you're right. But with each project, with each thing that I do, with each goal that I tackle on, I surpass my limits time and time again. And I can only take that back to what I learned as a child or whatnot. Now, granted, it's fictional, but those fictional stories were so impactful, influential in my life or whatnot, I take it wherever I go, so yeah, them.
That's fine, bro. that's dope. That's super relatable as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It made me think of another question, man. If you could pick your top 3 actors or actresses that you would love to direct in any type of film that you want to do, who would it be?
Ooh. Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday or whatnot. I really want to work with Michael B. I say Michael B. Jordan, one, because he loves anime as well too. But
yeah,
hard work and dedication that the man has went through and has built himself for who he is now, I completely respect it. And I think working with him on a project and stuff that is similar to whether or not it's anime or whatnot, I think it'll just be a good dynamic or whatever. So that's one. Margot Robbie. I really want to work with her for some odd reason. I don't know why, but it wouldn't be for her to be like some kind of kooky, crazy character like that. I want to work with her for like something very, very dramatic. Put her through the ringer or whatnot with her. Whether it's horror or something like that. Maybe a horror for her. I think that would be pretty cool to do. And I guess third, man, it would have been nice, man. I mean, it's still possible, but I would love to have worked with Angela Bassett. That's just phenomenal.
Hey, if you work with her, I got to be on set for that one, man. Just to make sure everything's right, everything's good for her. Angela Bassett will be a fire one for sure.
I already know she gonna give you whatever you need right from the gate. I mean, that and Denzel too. You can give me Denzel's son. Those children put in the work. They put in work. They're very, very talented. So who knows? Down the line, I mean, where we're finna go, man.
I found it interesting with that story. I think Idris Elba in that Lion movie he did.
Okay, yeah, I
saw it. I watched it the other day. That last part was a little bit wonky. I ain't gonna hold you. Him fighting the lion, they was like it shouldn't have been that even of a fight. I'm saying of them like throwing blows at each other. I'm like, what the hell? But in that movie, I think his daughter was trying to get the role, and he said, "Nah, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, go through the whole process of getting a role. You're not just gonna get it because I'm your father."
Exactly.
And I think his daughter had a big problem with like him making her audition, and she didn't make it to the audition. But he was like, "No, this is a lesson. Exactly. I didn't make all my auditions. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just get on. I had to go through it. So if you want to be good, you want to be dope, the director's gonna have to know that. They got to see the vision of you doing.
Hungry for it, man. And I think it's just a great parenting lesson too. And stuff, especially in the world that we live in. Our world that we are in now is a very soft era. It's a very soft era. It is what it is. It's soft, but by teaching and instilling the children that hard work is still valued versus this whole instant fame, whether it's social media and all this other stuff, you see it and whatever, and you think that you can do it too. Hard work will always, triumph over just talent or whatever. Because talented people, they don't really work hard because it's already given to you. It's just there. But hard work, you have to go through the steps or whatever to get to where you are. Not only that, but you respect it a whole lot more because of everything you have to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? So
No, I think that's a perfect analogy. I think Kobe Bryant was like the embodiment of that because he
Mhm.
wasn't when he first came out, he wasn't the best shooter, he wasn't the best this and that, but he worked so much more than everyone else. It
Yeah.
made him just an elite player. You know, he
Mhm.
was able to. He has raw talent. Yeah, he could jump out the roof. He was like super athletic. But
Mhm.
what he didn't have was that other element to him that he kept adding and adding on. By the time he got to the end of his career, he was a monster. So,
Monster.
hard work it definitely beats talent. Talent to get you through the door for
It
sure.
gets you through the door.
You know what I'm saying it's a
Mhm.
big part of it, but there's a lot of even in your field. I know in the
Yeah.
music field, I would see this. You can find somebody with the top of the line equipment. They got everything,
Yeah.
but because they don't have the vision or the skill to work, that equipment, their
Mhm.
stuff is basic. But then you can
Yeah.
take somebody that has none of that, just got a cell phone, a program, and you be like, yo, how you make this?
Mhm.
They got the vision. They got the, you know what I mean? They got the skills. So yeah. And that kind of leads me to my next question, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What were some of the obstacles you faced as a young director? What did you learn from? What almost killed you or broke you, bro? Talk to me.
Oh man, I still feel as though, well, I won't even say feel. I believe that I'm still a young director to this day, in the game or whatnot. Because we're still growing, you know. It just goes back to the whole vision aspect, is what we were just touched upon. Um, I got the vision. And a lot of people will tell you, they'll be like, no, Johnny, you got the vision. If we just got a little bit more, I think that's when it's just gonna go, phew, but that's fine. It's cool or whatever. I'd rather have the vision and all that stuff and all that aspects of whatever right now. But I'll say, for right now in the beginning, um, man, I think people that are reliable, reliability within your circle, your employees, stuff like that and whatnot, that can be kind of an obstacle because sometimes you come to set expecting some people to show up, and I understand things happen, but when things happen redundantly, a little bit more often than none, it's kind of like, okay, well, now it's just, do you really want to be here or you don't want to be here? And I think that's why I've gone to the links now for my next project, which will be my first feature film. you know I want to make sure that everybody that's on set, whether it is cast or crew, that you are being compensated monetarily, because I feel as if now we're then got to a point where everyone's time now, even that, and even the level of ever as a filmmaker, what I am now, it's valued, all around the board. And with that being said, now that you are getting compensated, I hold you to a higher level degree now, So I need you to perform, even overperform, because I know I'm a bring. So I need you to bring it as well. But right now, your first challenging circumstances is going to be it's more, I won't even say getting the equipment. Get the equipment, you can film. It's really just finding people within your circle, your tribe, that see the vision that you see, and that'll be there willingly to
Yeah.
help you along the path. So
Yeah. Finding your counterparts, man. 'Cause
yeah,
everybody that's great has them. Everybody they have people, even if it's one person. When you think LeBron is his best friend,
mm,
holds him down, does the agency side of things. And I think he got another friend he put in a position to do stuff, but those are his guys. They
yeah,
go 1,000% with him, man. And I just saw I think I sent you this clip on IG too, I think, where I think Alicia Keys was talking about protecting the people you put around you. Don't put people in position to fail you because you
yeah.
know their strengths, you know what they can do.
Hmm.
Don't put the pressure on somebody that you know they can't do it.
You
And
knew,
then
man. You
you know what I'm
touched
saying?
on something there, yeah.
You know what
Because
I'm saying?
I used to tell people, I was like, guys, look, this is where I'm super strong at. Put
Yeah.
me here. I'm gonna shine. I said, I get it that you want me to work on this as well, but I said, but this is your project. I don't want to let you down. Or even when it comes to certain clientele, I won't take certain projects because I'm like, that ain't for us. Like, I'm not gonna be able to
Yeah.
give you what you're looking for. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to direct you over here to someone else or whatever. Especially when it comes to music videos. I don't touch music videos. I let my videographers that do music videos pass that business on along to them, as well as they pass the weddings back to me. And that's just how it works, you know. It's just
yeah. For sure. And that's, you know, that's just being realistic about yourself, man. Knowing what you can do, what you bring to the table, and then knowing the people around you. Like, it's kind of like when you're a business owner, you're the point guard of the team. You know where this person shoots well at, where this person grabs the rebound. You know if they're gonna run on a fast break or not. You know who's gonna be there. You kind of got to know that. So like a quarterback would know where his wide receivers are or where the defense is coming from. You got to know these things when you're building a vision and you're trying to go somewhere. You got to know everyone around you. Kind of like how Leonidas said on 300, man. One kink in that armor can be the end of everything.
Right.
Can be the end. So you really got to protect that, Joel, man. And you're doing a great job at that, bro. Open Gate Studios is fire. The branding is exceptional. You know, I can see what you guys are putting out and what you want us fans to get from it. And I feel like the next things that you got coming out are gonna definitely take the cake on that for sure.
Oh man, it is. That's why I'm smiling because you know, and as you know, I know. We know what's in the can or whatever, but the world doesn't know just yet. So it's kind of just like, yeah. It's just a plethora of things that's coming, and I'm super excited. You know, this whole year has been client work, you know, for Open Gate Studios, and working with different clientele and making sure that their visions and stuff come to light and stuff. You know, I mean, that's the whole MO of what Open Gate Studios is: opening the gates to bring your vision to life. So, next year we'll be working on not only clientele projects, but it'll be my own as well, and it's monumental for me because it's my first feature. You know, everything I've produced so far, solo wise, has been just shorts.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people have been like, man, I just need it to be longer. Because I guarantee you, if Sisters was a feature film, I placed it, you know, on the different platforms and stuff like that, it would have did numbers. It would have done some crazy numbers or whatever. But I couldn't put it on there because it was only short. It was only like 35 minutes. Can't go. It's got to be longer. That's fine. That's fine. Because what I got coming now, you know, it's definitely more than an hour. It's like an hour, hour 30? Yeah, 90 pages. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, speaking of your projects and stuff that you got going on, and I got a sub question to this question, but let's dive in, man. Tell us about your film Sisters, man. What's the story behind it?
Oh, yeah. So if you haven't seen Sisters yet or whatnot, go ahead and go to YouTube, Open Gate Studios, Sisters. As soon as you type that in, it will be the first thing that comes up or whatever. It's optimized for that. So Sisters actually comes from the storyline from Brothers, which was originally our web series of Open Gate Studios. 5 unique brothers with 5 unique gifts that has been bestowed upon them from their mothers, which goes back to sisters and stuff. Basically training in the arts of martial arts and kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a little bit, but they just have these special abilities, kind of similar to Dragon Ball Z or superheroes from Marvel and DC and stuff like that. But they're learning about themselves, learning about what threats, you know, threats that they face within the world and stuff like that. But with Sisters, that's the real one that I work on and stuff most with. Because it really tells the original story of how everything comes together as a whole. And man, I don't really want to talk too much about it because I'm going to redo it. So I guess I can dive in a little bit about it. Basically, if you want to go really quick, cliff notes or whatever, our main antagonist is Lord Drea. Lord Drea comes from the planet Formidia. Okay, this planet Formidia, think of it more like a Kryptonian type of place in a sense, whatnot. So when they travel to different areas and different worlds and stuff like that, our solar systems and stuff with that, they're bestowed upon these different unique gifts and powers and stuff. So they're seen as these angelic beings and stuff like that and everything or whatever, right? With that being said, Lord Drea as she's like the evil person in Sisters or whatever. She's actually a nice person. She's actually trying to help mankind further develop in a sense, because she comes way in the past or whatever, and she's just a being that kindly, she revives herself through each death and stuff like that. Because what happens is, with her constantly trying to help humankind turns their back on her time and time again, constantly killing her and stuff like that. Even though, constantly, time again. So that happens and whatever. How does the unique sisterhood and stuff like that get bestowed upon these different powers? She selects 5 unique humans or whatnot to have certain abilities that she has or whatnot. So that's how they really got their powers. They got it from Dre or whatever, but it was just percentages. It wasn't like the whole full blown thing. It was just a little bit or whatever. The only thing that makes them be able to be superpowered is mankind's will and all that jazz and all that stuff or whatever. But that's how it happened. That's really like a prequel to how Sisters really get started. And that's what I'm saving for the feature film for when I redo it, so that you guys can see exactly like, okay, so this is really how it starts off, and it just goes down into all of this other jazz. But yeah, that's all I'm diving in. That's it. You don't get no more after that.
That's fire, man. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for everything that you got coming out from the Open Gate Studios, man. From the little bit of knowledge that I know about what's in your brain. I know.
Yeah, because even when we have our personal phone calls and stuff, you be like, "Wait, you had that play?" I was like, "Yeah, it's all in there."
It's some like it's incredible to see you bring out your stories, man. Because most people, as you know, most directors, most artists rarely get the chance to do their own thing, because they're always doing client work. They're working on other people's dreams, man. And you know, y'all are living your dream by filming and doing stuff and creating, but rarely do y'all get to make your own. So that's fire that you're getting to do that, man, and to bring out these stories that's probably been in your head, burning brain cells and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. But even with Sisters and whatnot, I'm probably gonna wait to do that feature film a little bit longer. I know I wanted to do it like in 2024, 2025, but it's probably gonna be a minute before I actually dive all the way in for it. Because I think what I'm gonna do now, or what I already know what I did. I wrote it down already. I said, now we're doing this, and eventually it will come back to it. So I don't know if you've seen my Instagram and stuff like that. There was, like I said, in the beginning, I started doing these reels, right? To do the acting showcase of range for when I wanted to get selected for representation management wise. And there's a plethora, like it's like 10 different shorts on there, but they're just shorts. Not knowing that, I was like, hey, you know, these shorts can all be feature length films that, John, you can actually produce or whatever, you know. Relatively cost efficient and still turn over like, hey, some numbers and views and stuff. So that is the plan going forward, is adapting those short narratives that you saw on the IG. They're on there as well or whatnot if you want to go look. But they're just now going to be feature length films. And eventually, as we keep going down the list and stuff like that, we will get to Brothers and Sisters. But by that time, as far as like the quality, as far as VFX and my knowledge and stuff, it'll be ready, because what I want to incorporate for Sisters and Brothers going forward is Unreal Engine, Blender, all that stuff. Like
not the Unreal Engine.
Right. It's a vision of what I really want it to be for it to look. Because me creating this world of Formidia, this is as you know, like even with Luna or whatnot, these are worlds that we're just creating through our mind. They're not out here or whatever. We got to create it. So I have to learn that software, which I will. Like I learned After Effects. All that stuff for Sisters, I learned literally while I was filming. So I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. So by that time, when it's ready, it'll be another sight to behold. Because you know, you blew them away with that, and you got to blow them away again. So especially with the feature. So yeah.
I think it's gonna be fire when the do drop. It's gonna have that little thing in the beginning that says 10 years in the making.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
Because a lot of film, when you think about films like Avatar, that'd be like 10 years, 12
Yeah.
years in the making, right? I mean, it'd be a minute to make something that masterful.
It took
And
that long. Yeah.
it's worth
But
the time. It's worth the wait.
it paid off. He knew it.
And
He stuck to his guns, man. He did. And it paid off.
it
So,
paid off. Yeah, and in the meantime, they dropped Avatar books. They dropped other things to keep you entertained,
right.
which is the cool thing about something that me and you kind of got in the works and working on and really
Mhm.
trying to be that. I would love for Konkret to be that other side of what you do on the reading side of the medium. We
Mhm.
help you build up that catalog to go alongside with the film, and that's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of brings me into my next question. I mean, we made this announcement. I think what was this? Top of this year, I believe, where we dropped the little
Yeah.
film on the IG, and the people went crazy. The streets went crazy on the
It
joint.
went nuts. And I was like, bro, it's just the teaser. I said, we
Just
haven't even
teasing.
given the original, the real trailer. Yeah.
So we've been talking, man. So that brings me up to my next question, man.
Mhm.
What are your plans with the Konkret universe, man? Are you the Kevin Feige over here or something, man? What's going on?
Man, you know what? Because I mean, you guys bestowed that upon Open Gate Studios as the visionary for it and whatnot. And as I stated before, I think I said this in a short before we started finishing up with Drafted. We finally wrapped the first production season for Drafted for the first couple of episodes. We still got some more that we're going to do down the line. But as of right now, we got a solid lineup for what we need for it. But as I said before, yeah, I do not. I love it, being bestowed upon the honor of making sure that the Konkret universe is taken care of, because these characters, they are your characters, the creators' characters. So with that being said, everything has to be done justice by each and every one of them,
Yeah.
And with that being said, I don't think necessarily should just be me as a director to be doing each one. I would love, and I got some directors, some heavy hitters that are ready to be like, hey, give us the call. We would love to work on this project for Watchmen. We want to work on Deja Vu. We want to work on Acolyte. We want to work on Absolver. All that stuff, Luna, all that jazz, man. They want to or whatnot. It's all about trying to figure out, all right, look, do you want to do these separately as their own worlds or whatnot? And then eventually they all kind of come together. Or are you doing it more like a cinematic type of thing with Marvel, and then everything kind of lines up with itself? And I'm like, for me, honestly, I think they should just be their own separate kind of entities, and you keep it like that. But in a sense, something pulls them all together. That way, you're not really kind of like going down that whole thing, because let's just be honest. I mean, that's their thing. And you see DC try to do it. They can't get it together. They just can't. I think if you put out great quality content, even if they are their own thing, like Spider-Man, you can put out a Spider-Man movie, it's gonna do numbers no matter what, whether he in the world, in the universe, or not.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah,
it kind of helps Spider-Man out, because he kind of, in his world, in his city, it's like his own world. It's like
exactly.
you don't have to leave. It's just like Batman. Gotham is like its own universe. You don't have to go outside and do stuff like that. I think the key relies in the subtle hints of connected universe.
The subtle hints of connected. Exactly.
Hints. You know what I'm saying? If we don't got to do the big boom, that got to be a real reason. But yeah, no, I feel like, exactly how you explained it about having other directors and stuff like that. That's literally what Kevin Feige does. He knows what this director's strength is.
Exactly.
So he puts this director on staff for that or this and that. You know what I mean? I feel like and that'd be where, trusting you would be so fire, bro. Because
man, right. I mean, it's just smart business planning anyway, because of scheduling. It's just gonna be like, yo, John, you're not gonna be able to do all these projects during a certain time frame or whatever. And if you're really trying to, because here's what's gonna happen. I'll speak into existence or whatever and whatnot. Once Drafted comes out and you guys see the quality of what it is and stuff, and it takes off, everybody's gonna want their sort of live adaptation of their film to be replicated or something of that nature.
Right.
What I'm saying is, cool, let's start focusing on what director and what book should be focused on,
Right.
to do it. Because ultimately, down the line, they will all come together eventually. But as of right now, no, they should just be separate, their own unique, they're like their own unique brand of what they are now. But that director focuses in keen, like, okay, cool, this is the comic book. He's read it. He's got the knowledge. He spoke with the creator himself of the comic book. They know, like, all right, this is how this is going to work or whatever. So when you watch them, they're not all the same. They're all unique, differently as you watch them and stuff, So,
yeah. I feel like that's kind of where the MCU strength was, having multiple directors tackling different characters in the same universe, giving them their own feel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Having the Russo brothers do more of the street level type stuff, and the Avengers stuff, that was fire.
Yeah,
and having having the other dude doing a Thor Jones, and I don't know the dude that played Happy. He directed the Iron Man Jones, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. So no, I feel like that's fire, bro. And with that, man, I do got something that we're gonna show the streets real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? A little something that we gotta let them see, man.
Oh.
You know the common misconception about power? Stay Those that have it don't know what to do with it. And those that don't, try and take it.
Shit done just as much as he do.
And that's just the teaser. Like, it was just a teaser. And I was like, yeah, that's all we need. That's all we needed is just a teaser. Let people know it's coming. But yeah, so now
fire, bro.
But now we can actually give an actual trailer to let you know, like, okay, what's the story? What's going on? We just wanted to let you know, like, oh yeah, it's coming. Something's coming. And I'm excited, man. I'm happy.
Bro. I think when we start getting it folded, man, and y'all are ready for the film to actually drop, I think we put like 5K on Facebook ads on that trailer, bro.
Yeah, it needs to in order to get the recognition. I'm trying to see, man. There's so much that you got to do.
Because I feel like that's the main villain here. You know what I'm saying? Is
the marketing,
man. You know what I mean? That leads. So I got one more question for you, and then we can wrap it up.
Let's go.
And this is the big one, man. I'm excited to hear this one. Let's see what we're doing with it. Where do you see yourself and company in 5 years?
Let's see here. In 5 years' time, or whatnot. I don't know. I don't really feel it's interesting you said that or whatnot, because I listen to a lot of motivational speaking in the morning time. It takes me an hour to get, well, I'll say 45 minutes. I'm pushing it to get to work each day. And I rise and grind within 3:30 in the morning, and then I had to be at work at 5 or whatnot. So during that time frame of that 45 minutes, I'm listening to motivational speaking, and he said something very profound to me, and he was kind of what this topic is right now with the 5 years plan. And he's like, I don't really put a time frame on anything, for what I do as far as where I see myself, because life is always changing, ever changing, it's always evolving. So to be honest, I see myself doing exactly what I'm always been doing, and that is making films for my people, delivering great content for my people, and to just grow further relations with my clientele, with specifically, with Konkret Comics, because you guys believed in me way back in the beginning, if you really want to go back 5 years or whatnot, we could take it back to, what was that around? I don't know if it was 2018, 2019.
5 years will be 2018, 2019. Yeah.
Yes, when we got in contact with each other, and I was rooting for you guys. Back then, it was inspiring to see you guys with your campaign goals and accomplishing them and being successful. And
Yeah.
I think that's where we had gotten into contact with each other. And I'd look at it back then. I'm like, we would talk about, oh man, this is what's coming down and this is what we're going to do. And, it'd be dope if we work together,
Yeah.
5 years later, you see.
5 years later, there it is.
So 5 years from now, brother, I see, for an answer as of right now, I see us constantly evolving and becoming better as CEOs, creators, and stuff of that nature. And our relationship just of bonding together being even greater. I just feel as if we haven't even touched the surface, bro. Like this thing, we're just constantly just going to keep elevating. So 5 years from now, man, I see us just doing the same thing we always doing, making great content for the people, baby.
Now, 5 years, and what's funny about the 5 years, man, because our 5th year anniversary is 2024. So
interesting.
In that year, in the 5 years, I had a vision. I've had milestones, and the last one on a milestone that we haven't done yet is drop the official live action. So everything we're doing is right in the plan of everything, man. Having the animated shorts that we got, getting the certain awards I've been wanting to get Glyph Awards since we started. We got some.
Yes, I saw. Yes,
getting in the diamond and stuff like that.
Diamond as well.
So my thing is there any awards you have in your head that you're like, we're gonna get one of these? You know what I'm saying?
It would be nice.
Or even is there any certain film festivals that you're like, we're gonna be in there, and within this 5 years? You know what I'm saying?
There's not a specific film festival that I'm just looking at to being like, oh yeah, I definitely want to be in it or whatnot. I'm happily thankful to be accepted within any film festival, because that means that, hey, you guys look at us as content being worthy to be seen on a bigger platform. So I'm always thankful for that. I guess, it would be nice or whatnot to win an awards, but I'm not really in it for the awards and all that. That's just not me. I don't know. That's just not my MO. I think for me, my MO is obtaining the monetary value so that I continue to progress as a company, so that I can take care of my individuals that are working for me or whatnot, to make sure that they are compensated and to make sure that my family is good. That's my whole goal. It has always been that. Like I tell my girl all the time, I can take care of me. I got home comes first.
Home comes first.
My peace, my sanctum, all that stuff. Because if this isn't protected, I can't go out there in the world to do what I need to do. So, as long as this is good, and this has been amazing, which is why I'm able to do what I do, whether I'm sick, whether I'm 100% or not, or whatever, I can just go out there and do it. But yeah, man.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. So we're gonna end off on this one right here, man. Drop some gems of inspiration for anyone that may be looking to be the next you.
If you're looking to be the next me, or just being a film director in general, I'll say this. This is more of a life quote or whatnot, and you could take this and it'll apply to any aspect of anything that you do in your life or whatnot. In life, no matter what happens, don't take anything personally. All right. Never take anything personally. And I'll say that whether it's good news or bad news. Okay. You don't have to always look for the acceptances of others and telling you how great you are, how amazing you're doing this. You're great. You are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying to go out there and be cocky or whatnot as well. I'm just saying, like, you see these celebrities when people come up to them and they're like, oh man, you're this, woo, woo, woo. But they always have this kind of calmness about them, like, thank you. And it's not them being a jerk. It's them just really just not taking everything anything personally. They cannot. You cannot take things personally. Whether someone's talking about you, talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. It doesn't matter. You don't take things personally. Because the minute you take things personally, whether good or bad, you are now allowing that venom or what have you to circulate within your system, and it fluctuates within you, and you start responding in different crazy, ways and stuff. So don't take things personally. Life moves a little bit better when you can just be at a calm, be at ease, and that's just what I do every day. And now, it reflects because me and my lady, I talk about my lady a lot or whatnot because we're like this and whatever, but it reflects upon her as well, because now she as well, she moves and she operates differently. Doesn't let things that used to tick her off, don't tick you off no more, does it?
Tick it off.
And it shouldn't.
Nah, bro, I love that piece. I think you just made a perfect promo clip right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. I will be chopping that one for sure. No, that's fire, man. Let people. No, I was gonna say, man, feel free to let people know where they can follow you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where they can see you if they wanted to reach out to you. How can they do all that?
Most definitely. So everyone, please follow us on all social media platforms. That is Open Gate Studios. You see it right there. We're on everything from, we are on Twitter too as well, but I think it's been changed to something else. But definitely follow us on that TikTok. It's been growing lately, and I'm very, very thankful for you guys. I haven't been posting on there for like years or whatnot, and I had to redevelop it and redo it and stuff. So now it's booming. So please follow us on TikTok, always on Instagram, Facebook, Open Gate Studios. All right.
That's fire, man. And y'all know what it is. It's your boy Lonzo Star. This was another episode of Konkret Approved with somebody that we love dearly. And we really we're really rooting for you, bro. Can't wait to see everything that's coming next, man. And y'all know the vibes, man. Stay tuned. Konkret Approved. Y'all got it.